Hello there everyone, so this is actually take two. I recorded this whole video before. The video was about 20 minutes long. But there were some issues, one of which I forgot to show one of the items, and the second was it was a little bit wrong on the settings. So here I am again. Let's take this from the start. Shit happens. You just have to redo it. On June 10th this month, I graduated college, and it's now June 29th, but when I graduated, my cousin that lives in Japan, he was home in Sweden for a while, because of reasons. He was home here, and he had bought some stuff for me for my graduation. He had bought in Japan that he gave to me. And I am going to show off the items that he gave me. Yeah. So let's get started without further ado, right? I'm gonna start out with showing off my favorite item he gave me. This one. This is kind of like a chips, you can see here. It looks kind of like noodles, and that's because it kind of is. But they're fried, like chips. So they have like a chips consistency, but they're curry flavored. And I love curry. And this tastes great. I love these. I wish we had these here in the West, here in Sweden, here, that they were more spread. Because this is so good. It really is so good. I love this. So this I ate all of it. It was so good. I love this. This is tastes so good. And the girl here, actually, this is like a marketing thing they're doing right now. It's of an anime called Dagashi. It's spelled D-A-G-A-S-H-I. D-A-G-A-S-H-I. Dagashi. Great. I love this. Second item are these. Look at that boob marketing. Only in Japan, man, and I love it. Let's face it, they are more adult about these things in Japan than they are here. It's just how it is. I mean, like, it's great. These are kind of like a yellow and white candy. They're small, bite-sized. I can show you how it's kind of packaged. The yellow candies, actually, we have those here. The taste is like exactly the same as the yellow ones we have here, but I forgot what they're called here in Sweden, so I can't really pinpoint you to it. But we have those. But the white ones was a little bit different tasting. They were nothing mind-blowing, not like these ones that were great. They taste okay though. It's funny how it's packaged. This, yeah, look, can pull it out. It's like this, a cover. And the actual candies are in here. I ate all of them though. They come in these kind of packages. See? They are quite picky with hygienics in Japan. Which is good. Don't mind that. Okay, so that's that. And I mean, like, this sort of stuff, it would never fly here. These things would be off the shelf because of this boob marketing, right? It would be off the shelf pretty much as fast as it went up there. It's unfortunate that it is that way, but that's how it is. Now, for the next item. And so yeah, these two that I showed, I've consumed those fully. Because some items here I'm going to show, some I've consumed fully, some I've consumed just a bit of, and some I haven't even opened and tried. Next item are these. These are ones I haven't consumed fully, but I tasted some of it. Chocolate with almond in it. Quite standard, really. I've ate some of them, as you can see. Kind of an interesting tilt it is on this, as you can see. It can be kind of hard to see, actually, but it's kind of tilted, If you look at how the chocolates are, you can see that it's kind of tilted forward there like that. Interesting packaging choice. But I actually wasn't a big fan of these, to be honest, because one of the reasons, because, I mean, I don't mind the almond in it, but I don't really think it adds much, but it's also dark chocolate. I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate, to be honest. I ate some of them, they're fine. If you like dark chocolate, you're probably gonna like these. Especially also if you like to have a nut inside of your chocolate. But yeah, these were okay. I can't say more than that, but I wasn't a big fan. But they were okay. There was nothing like, they weren't bad tasting or anything like that. It's just because I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate. But yeah, so these. On for the next item, which is my favorite item on this, or is, god damn it, that stupid cock. Anyway, this is another breast marketing in Japan, but these are even more than the other ones. I'll show you. This one can be opened quite interesting. It can be opened like two ways. Open on the side this way, but also it can be opened front like this, which I think is more of the more inconvenient way to open it, really. And then you open it up like that. But anyways, what is inside of it is this. Oh yes, jelly fucking titties. They are amazing. Would this ever fly here? No way! Oh my god, it would be off the shelf and it would be an uproar. I'm telling you, Japan is so much more adult about sexual things like this. It's so amazing, and you get 2 spoons you can eat these with. Now my cousin had actually given one of these to his younger brother. But he wasn't a big fan of them, actually. I don't even know if I want to eat these, because these are just so cool that it kind of feels like I don't want to eat. They're just straight up that cool. But yeah, so this is my favorite item, even though I might not have eaten it, but I just love it because of what it is. They're just so cool. Forgot to put the spoons in there. I did in the previous recording, I did before too. But that is fine. It was actually these almonds I forgot to show on the previous recording. That's why I kind of wanted to redo it here. Next up on the item is this. Kind of like a vodka mixed drink. I was honestly not a big fan of this. You can see it's 9% alcohol. I was actually not a big fan of this. It's red, orange, as you can see there, and lemon. It's like food taste-wise, I honestly wasn't a big fan of this. It just didn't taste that good for me. My cousin said he really liked these though. It has a cool metal texture here. You can see kind of like the triangular texture. Pretty cool. Very unique. I haven't seen that before. Very cool. And one thing that's really cool with the cans that I haven't seen anywhere else but these now, is that they have these dots for blind people. Very cool. I've never seen that here in the West or anywhere, really. Except now, first time when I saw these. Very cool, really. Next up, I'll show off this. A ramen bowl. Now, I don't really know how to make these, but I'm assuming it's just add warm water, really. So it's probably really straightforward in how to do it. But yeah, I haven't even tasted this, so I will maybe one day. I'm assuming it's just add warm water. That's it, pretty much. You can hear how it's going around in there. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, really. A ramen bowl. Next item. More complicated food to make. This one, well, this blue one, or well, both of them are kind of blue, really. But this one, you can make only in microwave. It shows up, at least on the pictures they show. Microwave. I don't really know how it's supposed to be. I mean, I don't get the instructions, so it's gonna be a little complicated. This other one is though you make it kind of like in microwave or in a pan. Or no, not a pan, but you know, you boil it in water. But yeah, anyway, so that's these two that you can make. Come on, edible items. Nothing that special, but cool nonetheless. See if I can figure out how to make these. Victor maybe can help me or something. I don't know. Anyways, next item we'll show. Asahi beer. Now, this is like the most common beer in Japan. And I like beer, so I don't think this... I haven't opened it, so I haven't drank it, but I don't think I'm gonna mind it that much, since I like beer. But most standard beers in most countries, I've usually not been a big fan of. This can also has the dots for the blind. I'm usually not that big of a fan of it, to be honest. Usually beers that are like standard beers in most countries, like Heineken, for example, or like other beers that we have in Sweden that's like standard or anything like very popular beer. I think they just taste too common, really. Not that good. But yeah. I like, for example, like the German Heineken. No. Heineken, because I was talking about Heineken. Erdinger. Erdinger is my favorite beer. Love Erdinger. But when it comes to my, like, more sweet drinks, I really like, for example, like the Smirnoff. I really like sweet. I have a huge sweet tooth. Smirnoff is great. Smirnoff Ice is original. I also like the Smirnoff with the watermelon flavor too. Now let's just make sure so I have covered everything here, except we have one item left. This. That got me. Blended coffee. Now, I thought that this was going to be like a cafe latte, but apparently it wasn't. This tastes more like a cappuccino, which I'm not that big of a fan of. But when I was asking Victor about it, because, you know, if you look at the image, like, that looks very cafe latte-ish, doesn't it? Looks good on the image, but, yeah. Victor asked, like, it tastes watery, right? Because Victor says watery, coffee tastes very watery in Japan. And, I mean, I can't say, but this one tasted very watery. Yes, it did. Unfortunately. So, that's a thing. In Sweden, we often criticize other countries for not making coffee good. We think that our own coffee is much more superior than other countries' coffee. This one doesn't have the one for the blind, though. What's interesting about this can, though, this can, you can feel like it has like a heavier metal in the bottom. So you can feel it when you lift it up and stuff. Pretty interesting on the can there. But yeah, we in Sweden often pride ourselves on that. Our coffee. We think other countries can't make good coffee. A lot of them, not all, but yeah. All of this that he gave me in this bag. From this store, I'm assuming. For this bird. I don't know what store that is, but it's a store, you know, it's a thing. So all that came in there. So, now, a quick recap of what it was he gave me. He gave me these, that I love. I wish we could have more of that here. He gave me these, with the boob marketing. Love it. And the candies were okay. They were okay. These dark chocolate, almond chocolate, that I wasn't that big of a fan of, but that's more because of personal taste. My favorite item, the fucking jelly boobs. Amazing shit. Loved it. Again, would never fly here. But it's so, I love Japan, because they're so much more adult about sexual things than people here in the West. The ramen bowl. Probably that sometime add just hot water. These two different food items. That's something. And nothing special. This vodka mix that I think it is, I think it's vodka mix, and it's like a drink, a special drink. Wasn't a big fan of it, just taste-wise. With alcohol and stuff, I didn't feel like it tastes that good. Yeah, Asahi beer. I'll probably drink that sometime soon. Wasn't that? We'll see. I maybe like it. I like beer, as I said. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it tastes, because I usually don't like standard beer in most countries that I tasted. And the coffee. It tasted okay, but I'm not that big of a fan of cappuccino. I like my cafe latte. I would expect that, and it was a bit too watery, yes. But it was okay. It has a pretty cool texture on it too, on the top here and in the middle. And yeah. But yeah. So that was kind of what he had given me from Japan. I liked it, especially those curry things. We need to have that here, man. But yeah, hopefully when I move to Japan, which I might be in Japan, I moved there, probably maybe a little bit more, but you know, when I turn 20, so I just turned 19 4 days ago. So when I turn 20, when I can finally move there and study, which I plan to do, I can have access to all this and more, which I hope. So that'll be nice. So I just wanted to show off some stuff from Japan. It's kind of nice to share and care, right? Like, I have seen some videos on YouTube where they show off stuff from Japan, and the majority of things I showed here hasn't seen, specifically the boob marketing things and whatnot. But that's so cool. So yeah, I just wanted to share with it and stuff from Japan, right? It's interesting to see. But anyways, feel free to comment something if you're wondering something in the comments. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and have a continued good day.